Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Masked Wanderer. We are preparing right now for the incoming Hurricane Helene. We usually get hit by the ice storms, but this time we're getting hit by an H storm. We are making our preparations. We actually got hit by a frontal boundary yesterday and last night, and it's blown a lot of the pine needles and leaves off the trees. This is going to be nothing compared to what we're going to experience this evening and going into tomorrow. So we are making our preparations. We're securing loose items, making sure we have enough water, making sure that we have all of our battery packs charged, and preparing for the actual weather event. Going over to my rain gauge right here. Gonna head and get that emptied in preparation to see exactly how much water we do get from how much rain we do get from this rain event. So it's empty. We'll see how much we get. We are expecting very strong winds. We are expecting probably 8 inches of rain. This is going to be an unprecedented event for the Atlanta area in Georgia. And actually, it's been a long time since I've experienced a hurricane or a strong tropical storm. So I am low-key kind of looking forward to see what's going to happen. It's we see it happen on the TV all the time, Weather Channel. My guy Ryan Hall, he's got a lot of people that partner with him to be able to bring severe weather to our phones, to our computers, so that we can stay abreast of what's going on. And I'm going to do the same. I will be reporting on the conditions in the Atlanta area, give you guys an idea of what's going on out here, how bad the winds get, if we lose power. So we'll be back later this evening when Helene's outer bands are supposed to be reaching us and the winds are supposed to be reaching us. So we're back. It's about just after 3 o'clock, 3:15-ish. The winds are still calm. It's been raining steadily for hours since about 8 o'clock this morning. So it's at like 7 hours now, 6-7 hours it's been raining. It's gotten heavy at times, but it's been pretty steady. Not much more than what you're hearing right now. We are at 2 inches. So we're not even in the main event yet. We're still several hours away from landfall and from when the storm actually reaches the Atlanta area. I believe they said the winds are supposed to be arriving around 8 o'clock tonight. So once it starts to get dark, we'll check back in and see what the conditions look like at that point. So it is about 5:20 and I just felt the first breeze. It's been raining, like I said, but that's the first time I felt an actual breeze. And another inch of rain has fallen. Wow. So much rain is falling. The ground is super wet. I'm gonna have to put my rain boots on soon because I don't want any water to get in my sneakers. We're getting ready for it. Okay, we are back. I do not know where to begin. The Category 4 Hurricane Helene. She managed to slow herself down a bit so she can gain a little bit more strength. She got up to 140 mile an hour sustained winds. She made landfall just a few minutes ago. It's just after 11 o'clock. She made landfall somewhere west of, Salem, Florida, somewhere near Deckle Beach. Unfortunately, there's 3 confirmed deaths already, and last time we checked, there was almost 1 million people without power. We ourselves have now gotten up to 5 inches of rain. Our lights flickered a little while ago, but we didn't lose power. There's been tornado warnings all the way from the east side of Florida, all the way up to Virginia. So, you know, we've had a couple inches of rain, mostly a light breeze. As you can see, the windmill's still not moving yet. The rain's still pretty steady. The ground is so soggy. Can I see how soggy it is? I am actually standing in water. So, like I said, Helene just made landfall not too long ago. She hasn't even really started to have that much of an effect on the Atlanta area, but she is headed straight our way. We'll be up monitoring the situation and conditions for the next couple of hours. So I'll check back in with you guys in a few. It's just after midnight. Just wanted to give a quick update. We are at about 5.5, almost 5.5 inches of rain since about 8 o'clock this morning. It's pretty significant. And like I said, I'm still, practically walking in a lake here. The winds still haven't picked up enough to move our windmill here yet. Though it was strong enough to blow the door open on me at one point. I guess that was just one of those random gusts. But I'm going to take it down for just a little bit, take a nap. I feel bad for the weather reporters, especially guys like Ryan Hall right now. He's been on live for about 12 hours now. He's been so helpful in letting everybody know where all the warnings are and providing up-to-date information. I'm going to be watching him, keeping that on, listening for any emergency alerts or anything like that. Unplugged everything that needed to, that wasn't essential, so that just in case the power goes out or there's a storm power surge or anything like that, it doesn't affect any of our electronics. And we'll be back in a couple of hours to check and see how much rain we got, and see how, if the winds pick up or how the conditions look in a couple of hours. Can I catch it? You got it? As soon as we walked away, the wind started blowing again, and if you can see, our windmill's blowing now. That was a pretty good gust of wind that we got. Oh, gotta brace for it. Here it comes. Good morning. It is about 6:30, 6:45. Oh gosh, I can't even hold this thing steady. You can see there. Let me zoom in a little bit better. Our windmill is definitely moving. It's moving, spinning, and it's moving around in circles. Oh my gosh. It'll be so much easier to see when the sun comes up, but the treetops are practically bending. Oh my gosh, this rain is so intense. The rain gauge is too far away for me to get to it right now. It's too dark. I don't want to go out there. Wildlife and whatnot. But we are definitely experiencing stronger winds than normal. I would say these are at least 20 to 30 mile an hour winds that we're experiencing right now. And it's going to get worse. So I'm going to shelter for a second until the sun comes out, which hopefully should be within the next half hour or so. Just show you guys what the property looks like. Oh my gosh. Yeah, time to go back inside. Okay, well, it is now about 7:15. The windmill is definitely going. Sun's coming up a little bit, so I'm able to see things a lot better now. We've gotten some pretty intense wind gusts. Steady breeze still, but the gusts are just amazing. I think we're getting ready for another one right now. I hear it. Ooh, that one's trying to push me away. Ooh. I keep hearing stuff falling. I mean, the whole backyard is soaked. It's got puddles of water everywhere. Well, let's see how much rain we got. Okay, here we are at the rain gauge. Oh my gosh, it's full. It is definitely full and flowing over. So we've gotten at least 8 inches of rain. Yeah, at least 8. Helene's not done with this yet. So I believe the eye is actually passing over to our east as we speak. The forecast track, well, the actual storm and the forecast track shifted to the east. So she's now passing to our east versus passing to our west like we were expecting. So hopefully that means that we were spared the brunt of what she had to offer. But we're still experiencing stronger winds. Obviously the rain has been intense and going all night. I'm going to empty the rain gauge out so we can try to get a better idea of how much total rain was. There's our weather vane. We're mostly getting a western wind, but even the windmill was spinning around in circles. I'm assuming that the wind is going to shift in the near future since the eye wall is passing by us. You can see how fast the clouds are moving. Keep hearing things falling. Whole front yard is flooded. You can see it really good right there. I actually see the water. I can only imagine what the stream in our backyard looks like and what the river nearby looks like as well. These winds aren't too intense. I'd say maybe 10 to 20 mile an hour winds that we're seeing, but we are gusting pretty good. To 30 mile an hour range at least. That poor rooster. Don't know which direction he wants to face. wild. Three different directions. We have streams merging to form that. But we can't stand at the end of the dock anymore. Something fell over. I think maybe this tree here. But look at this. The pathway's completely washed out. It is about 8 o'clock. It was about this time yesterday that I first emptied the rain gauge and decided to start tracking the rainfall, but I emptied it out and we're back and again at about a 1/4 inch. So yeah, in about an hour I got another 1/4 inch of rain. The rain should actually be moving out pretty soon, maybe within the next hour or so. The winds have shifted a little bit because we are now, if the eye wall, were an actual wall, we would be kind of in the southern part of it right now. So the storm is lifting north of this area. Still looking to see what's going to happen. We haven't really had much problems. Just a few small items like our watering can flew away. So still looking to see what else is going to come of this storm. Hopefully not much more. I think our trees have had enough. Well, it's about 8:30 now. See that hawk flying in the distance, riding those wind currents. But yeah, we are still getting higher than normal winds. Windmill's still going. So the rain has died down. It's definitely not, barely even a drizzle anymore. So it's just a lot of rain falling off the trees now, draining and whatnot. The wind just sounds so serious coming through the trees. But I am glad that we are at least out of the rain portion. Now we'll just have to deal with the winds and wait for the waters to drain, because we do have quite a bit of flooding. We've had some tree branches fall, a lot of leaves, but it is fall time, so the leaves are starting to dry up and get ready for that season. So thankfully we didn't have any power loss. We just had some really intense rain, which I will go check the rain gauge to see what our final total is in just a bit. But I'm starting to hear birds come out now. Hadn't heard birds for quite some time. They like to hunker down when the weather gets bad. So now they're starting to come out, starting to look for food. Saw that hawk a little while ago. So yeah, hopefully conditions will be improving here. Hopefully within the next few hours, and we'll see some sunshine. Alrighty, it is about 9:30. The Weather Channel says that we're expecting a little bit of rain, but it's like misting. I don't think that we are going to get any more rain. It'll probably die in the atmosphere if it does. So Helene is officially out of the Atlanta area. She's moved in ways that no one even expected. She kind of took more of an easterly track and went kind of over South Carolina. We had about 8 inches in the rain gauge, and it was overflowing. And there's another quarter inch that fell since we emptied the rain gauge about 8 o'clock this morning. So, I mean, without knowing how much rain we got last night officially, I would say in a 24-hour, 25 to 26-hour time period, we got about maybe 9 to 10 inches of rain. Lots of down leaves, all the pine needles and everything. We're still getting some wind gusts. As with any low pressure system, when it leaves the area, it kind of takes the wind with it and increases the winds after it pulls out. So it's heading north away from us. As I mentioned, we had a lot of flooding in our area. The stream that we have running in the back of the property it's torrential right now. It's running, and I mean, even the little land bridge that we had separating part of the stream is completely washed out. So we're gonna have to figure out what's gonna happen with that. But the waters are starting to recede. The ground isn't as squishy as it was, but it is still pretty windy. And I'm just thankful that we didn't get it as bad as the folks in Florida or in South Georgia. I know we were really concerned about there being a tornado threat, but luckily nothing like that happened here. Just really strong winds, lots of rain, and it's actually really cool right now as well. It's in the high 60s, which is hasn't been normal for this time of year and the last couple of days and weeks. So we're gonna call it for now. This has been an interesting night, but I'm glad that we made it out okay. No loss of power, no loss of food. I actually saw on the news that there is another system forming in the same area where Helene formed. So they're watching that, and there's another system that's churning out in the Atlantic. This time of hurricane season is starting to ramp up. So we're gonna call it for now. Get something to eat and get the day going. But we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. And only a half an hour later, and I'm already starting to see breaks in the clouds. Sun's trying to come out.